Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. One gentleman, I hope. You are welcome to this university, to our university. It's Universidad Nacional de Educación a Distancia, that we are very proud to open our doors and welcome to you during 5 days. Very important and exciting, I hope, exciting program to know more in deep about our university, our style, and our country, because I know that during this week we have very nice opportunities to visit some museums, libraries, and the city, what is very important. Of course, a very, very important city, Alcalá de Henares, will visit for you at the end of the week. For us, it's very important. Welcome to you here, and of course, exchange your knowledge, know about your system of work, because libraries have to be joined in this new era about the digitalization or new areas in the communication, and we need to exchange this knowledge, and this is a very, very nice place to do it. So we hope we were able, thanks to all the persons who are in the library working, and thanks to all of you, and from the rectorate, we hope that this week will be very important for the future of our libraries. Europe now has an horizon. In the past was 2020, now we have other horizon, 2030. So we need the exchange, the progress, and be joined together to do these things. During the week, all of our staff will be able to deal with you all of these areas, and we have very important subject to work, and we hope that it will be a very, very nice time for you in Spain, of course. And I think that this can be the very welcome to you and all the people who we are waiting for them, and thank you very much.
Well, first of all, welcome to our university and our library. We are very pleased to have you here visiting us, and I hope that the program that we have prepared will be interesting to you. We would like to show you the most innovative and successful services for our university community. Tomorrow, you will visit the Central Library, and in addition to the presentations held here, we will show you the facilities and some of our services. I would like to thank the library staff who has participated in the organization of this event and who during this week will accompany you on your visits. Please allow me to introduce Beatriz Tejada, Deputy Director of the Library. She is the responsible for the program and will be your contact person during these days. I hope you enjoy it during this week.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Beatriz Tejada, and you will probably already know me because we have been emailing each other during these months. So I'm very glad to see you now here and to know you. So I just want to talk you about a little bit about the program. I hope it's clear. You have in the back, we give you. You have a program, you can find it, but there is a change, a last-minute change that now I will explain, but the rest continue like we announced you in the program. So, our university in Spanish is called Universidad Nacional de Educación a Distancia. It means it's like an open university, like the people. It's the central organization of the university is in Madrid, but we have a lot of different points for the students in Spain and foreigners. But about the model and the university will talk you the head of the library tomorrow morning. So just we will talk now about the program. and your presentation, of course, that it's the main activity of this afternoon. So you have like 10 minutes to share your experience, your knowledge, your university, 15 minutes, no more, because we have an schedule that we have. We will try to get to. That we have to finish off in 7 in the afternoon. So, and then we have downstairs. We have a little Spanish wine, just to know better each other. So, about the program. Tomorrow morning, like Isabel already said, we will be in the main library, and Elodia, that it's, she is Elodia, is one of the librarians of the UNED, will accompany you, showing you the building that it's, I think it's special. You will see tomorrow. And after that, then Isabel will talk to you about our university and our library, and then we will have the coffee break and some presentation about the main activities that we realized or we did in our library. Then it's the point of the international lunch. Do you remember we asked you kindly to bring something from your countries to share with the others? So tomorrow, please. I can see there are some people that forget about it, maybe. Yeah, a lot of people. Nobody? No? Okay. Don't worry. Okay. So there will be not an international lunch, but an Spanish lunch. Don't worry about it. We will get it. And after that, we find that it will be fun to have a crash course of Spanish language, just 2 hours, just to have a little bit fun and to have some sentences to communicate during this week. Those that can speak Spanish, because there are some people that can speak already Spanish. So, and then we'll finish the day with a presentation of Janko. Janko is the technical director of Consortium Madroño, that it's the network of the libraries of the University of Madrid. So he will talk to you about how we cooperate. Wednesday morning, we will be visiting the National Library, and it's important, you know, we will meet in the point that you have indicated in the program, but you have to go by yourself to the Metro Station Colón, that is the nearest one to the National Library. And the conditions of this visit are very strict in terms of schedule and number of attendees. So it is especially important to respect the schedule, because they already told us that it's just this time they have another activity, so we have to be there on time. Some people from UNED will be accompanying you. It will be Flora, that is here now. Flora, Elodia again, that you will know from the day before, and Nieves is outside waiting for the people that is still having it. So, and it's also important, don't forget to take your ID cards to get into the National Library. It's important, they will probably ask you for, because it's not an open library, it's just like restricted, so they need to know who is, you are authorized to visit the library. And when this visit finishes, you will visit another library, another UNED library in our university campus. We have like 2 main sites, and one is the main central library, and the other one on the north part of the campus. And then you will stay there during all day, just with some, you have an activity, the brainstorming, that it will be all together, cooperating and thinking about what we have to do in the future. And that will be the day. Then Thursday, the day that we have changed the visit. And we have programmed a visit to the Instituto Cervantes. That it's Instituto Cervantes is like is the main institution in Spain to promote the culture, the Spanish culture outside Spain. And they have a lot of cities around the world, but they have a problem because they have the library on works, so they have to close it in Madrid. It's a pity because they have some special. For example, they have like a box with some heritage writers' heritage that is very special, but it's a pity. We have to change it at the last moment. So we will be visiting the Senate Library, but not at 10, but at 10. Flora? It's 10 in the morning. We have to change time and the library. Okay, so we will be visiting Senate Library. That is the main library with information and documentation for senators, for their parliamentary activities. It's not so important, obviously, like the Library of Congress. This is just a little center of documentation, but it's we thought it was interesting to see something different. Then I think you have some time to be walking from the Senate Library until you get to lunch, and like it is in the center of Madrid, so you can see some of the main buildings and main sites of Madrid just walking. And after lunch, we will be visiting the library and the documentation center, and also the Museum of Reina Sofia. Reina Sofia is the main contemporary art in Spain. So it's, for example, Guernica is there. So you will have a special visit to see the Guernica, and they will explain you about the meaning of this art. And then we will finish Thursday, and last day, like they already told you, you have been visiting Alcalá de Henares. That it's a special and historical and special city around Madrid. Actually, Madrid is capital, but some centuries ago, Alcalá de Henares was the important town, and Madrid was just a village, not at all. So you will see a lot of heritage in Alcalá de Henares. And please notice that the departing point also is important for this visit, because you have to go by yourself. And it's well communicated. It's just Moncloa, it's like a main station, but you have to look on time for the meeting point, because we have a private bus, so we have to try to get, because maybe also some people will depart on Friday, so it's important to have the schedule clear. And anyway, we will send you the information about the WhatsApp group, so we will be in touch during all day, so don't worry about it. And that's all. We have now this time just to hear you and to know your universities and your experience. So I think the first person we have for alphabetical order, so Alessandra Baudo is the first one. You are the chosen one. They tell us to be there, and you can use this one to go. So, but you have to put it. So, no puedo ir a darles el orden, ¿sabes? Me quedo controlándole porque es que la otra vez se nos fueron de tiempo.
Hello, I am Alessandra Baudo. I come from Italy and I live in Venice because I work at University of Venice. But I was born in Sicily, in beautiful Sicily. And sorry if my English is not so good, but I am improving. I have always had a special passion for Italian literature and for classic studies. My favorite authors are Verga and Pirandello, both from Sicily. For this reason, I begin my studies in University of Catania, and I graduated in Italian literature in 2013. In this picture, you can see the University of Catania. In the first picture, there is the Library of University of Catania, and in the other picture, there is the Benedictine monastery. It is the location of University of Catania. After I moved to Bologna to continue my studies at Alma Mater Studiorum University of Bologna, and I graduated in Italian philology in 2015. In this picture, the Library of University of Bologna and myself in Piazza Maggiore, the most important square in Bologna. After, in the same year, I started to work at the Salesiani Community School in Catania for 1 year as a librarian. In this experience, I had the opportunity to organize a workshop for students, as you can see in the picture, and to arrange the lecture of the new authors, as you can see. After this experience is very important for me, because after this experience I wanted to start the new experience in the Vatican Apostolic Library. And I studied science library in this beautiful location. In this beautiful location, as you can see in this picture, I had the chance to focus in management of library. But after this experience, I haven't found work in this sector, and I started to work in the research department at UAV University. Actually, I am working at Ljubljana University in the European and Italian research project, especially monitoring and reporting. UAV is one of the first architectural school of Italy, and is in UAV University offers the course of course architecture, design, fashion, visual art, theatre, and other. And it is located in the historical center of Venice. The library of UAV is Italia's largest library in this sector, as you can see in its numbers. My personal goal is improving my personal skills, because I would like to work in the library sector in the future. I love traveling anywhere, and especially around Europe. And can you guess what are my favorite places to visit? Of course, library. Up to now, I think that one of the most beautiful library is the Joannina Library at the University of Coimbra. I visited the Joannina Library on January. Sorry for my English.
Thank you, Alessandra. Now it's time for Christina Balcebiecizny. Sorry for that.
Hello, everybody again. I'm Kristina Blaževičienė. I came here from Vilnius, the capital city of Lithuania, and the main reason why I'm here, I should say reasons, is because I want to, I seek to improve my professional skills. I wish to get new knowledge and new professional international experience, and of course to meet you all, colleagues from other academic libraries. My country. The country I came from is a beautiful green land in north of Europe, a shore of the Baltic Sea. And Lithuania is full of preserved natural landscapes, woods, lakes, rivers, and it has a unique seaside. I'm a bit nervous. And I live in the capital city, Vilnius. It's compact, also green, young and old town, which counts its history since Middle Ages. And Vilnius Historical Center, Old Town, is one of the largest in Eastern Europe. And valuable historical and cultural heritage is concentrated here. So due to its uniqueness, our old town was inscribed on the World Heritage UNESCO Heritage List in 1994. So if you haven't visited, okay. So if you haven't visited Vilnius before, I can honestly recommend you to come to my native town and to spend a wonderful weekend. My studies. After the graduation from my secondary school, of course it was so long ago, I decided to study Communication and Information Sciences library program at Vilnius University. And I spent a wonderful interesting 4 study years. And only 10 years later, I decided to study again. And I studied at Mykolas Romeris University, Public Administration Performance Audit. And my final master's thesis was about the codes of academic ethics. Career. It seems that I'm a very loyal person because all my career was and is in only one institution. After the graduation from my first university, my final thesis supervisor offered me to work at the library, and since then I have been working at Vilnius Kolegija, University of Applied Sciences, for a library for 18 years. I started as a librarian at the Faculty of Economics, and after 5 years I became a head of the library of this faculty. And my duties were so different. I was responsible for developing, selecting and organizing library resources, liaising with academic staff of students, serving users, also providing different trainings. This experience was very good experience, and the possibility to touch different areas of library work. And eventually, last year, I got the offer to become a head of all library of Vilnius Kolegija University of Applied Sciences. And it was a challenge to me, but I decided to take it up. And now I am responsible for leading on all aspects of library work within the university. And some words about my library. My library consists of 7 faculty libraries, and my institution offers 45 study programs, and they are so different, so all the faculties, libraries are different too. We have the economics faculty, pedagogies, agri-technologies, business management, healthcare, informatics, and also arts and creative technologies. And in all those libraries work 21 librarians, and they provide service to 6,600 students and almost 900 staff members. And our library funds consist of 170,000 printed books. We have access to more than 200 ebooks. Also, we subscribe to periodicals. And of course, we have the subscription of 16 databases such as EBSCOhost, Emerald Journals, Francis and Taylor, and so on. So that was my brief introduction. Thank you for attention, and I hope that we all spend a very interesting week and will come back home full of new experience.
Thank you, Christina. And the next one is Alenka Bretula.
Hello, my name is Alenka. I come from Slovenia, Ljubljana University. This is our capital city and the river. And this is me and the team building on the river on the boat. So this is our photo. I'm interested in exchanging work and life experiences, so I'm visiting this week. I went to Sevilla and Granada also, and Brno and Cologne. This is my fifth, I think. This is Slovenia. Well, you see the chicken, so you can remember this forever. Our country looks like chicken in the middle of the Europe. We are a population of 2 million people, just like Madrid or less. Our language is Slovene, and also two minorities languages is Italian and Hungarian. We have sea, mountains, rivers, and this is my hometown, Kamnik, and mountains behind. Well, this is University of Ljubljana, the main building, and the square where our performances are always in the summer or during the year. About the university, it is the biggest university in Slovenia. There are also 2 other universities and some private universities. We have almost 40,000 students. It was established in 1919, so this year is 100 years of university. It consists of 23 faculties. There are many study fields. I won't read it again. We have library system of 48 academic libraries, and also 2 libraries. There's like special, national and university library on the photo, and central technological library. It is mainly for natural science. We have almost 40,000 graduate students. This is the old building of the faculty. 20 years ago, when I was started to work, the Faculty of Law has also part of this building. Nowadays, it's only for university. And now it is completely renovated, beautiful. This is the old reading room for professors, and it was also old library here. This is Faculty of Law, where I work. Faculty of Law was one of the 5 members of the university at the start. And well, as I said, it is the oldest and the largest law faculty. We have almost 1,500 students and a lot of professors and less administrative staff. Our library is modern and renovated. Well, I have a minute video presentation, Beatrice. Without voice, just music. You can saw some parts of library also. This is the other one. Okay, and now my Library of Law. It was, like I said, founded a year after the university is founded in 1920. We have a lot of items, books and e-books and so on. I admit I didn't count journals and stuff and this material. Mainly we have open access for materials after year 1980. And we have reference library in the reading room, and in reference access there are journals up there, legislative and books. Our library is open for all members, also not only for professors and students, and also for other like state services, courts, law firms, and so on. It's for all libraries in universities, so as a normal person you can visit also faculty library. So opening hours are from 8 to 8 in the exam period till 10 p.m. Oh, it is a little reversed. So this is our catalog. It's called COBIS. This is a national catalog for all of our work. So for searching for users, and COBIS is also a platform for the other programs I worked with and the other librarians also. Well, this is a searching engine, and there are some databases we have in our library to purchase e-books and so on. This national system is consists about 900 libraries, not only faculties, but also school libraries, public libraries, and this is on national base. And then my and our goal is to create records for this national catalog, and the others can just put it in its catalogs or just to see where the material is, where in Slovenia. We have archive before 1980, so we have some rare books, and we must pay attention to them. Where this is me, in my office, my main work is cataloging and bibliographies for researchers and other authors who also take lectures at our university. You can see this record. This is my goal, to do it the best. This is on Comarc format based. These are my colleagues. This every year we have so-called Carnival Day. I'm not sure if you know this, but it's interesting. Well, I have another minute, maybe. Oh, can just these invitations to this one? Yes, another minute. With some mountains. Some of you would like to go to the mountains. And we have 42 kilometers of sea coast only. In 1 year. Okay, thank you. I was quick.
So now it's time for Jarmila. They are going to do it together because they came from the same university.
Want to use the same method or use the different mix? The same.
Yes, the same, thank you. Hello everybody, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Jarmila Dvořáčková.
My name is Jirka Plešek.
We are from the University of Ostrava. Maybe you can show other. From the University of Ostrava, Czech Republic. We are really excited to participate. We are really excited to participate in this training program and meet us librarians all around Europe. We believe that it will be a very inspiring opportunity for us this week. I have been working in
It's not Jarmila.
It's not Jarmila, it's Jirka. I have been working in this library for 11 years. My responsibility is the organization and personal management of service department in our library. I am very interested in promotion of our library and library services. And my favorite activity is managing Instagram of our library. My daily routine is not only library works, because I am also an economist of library, and I am responsible for budget of our university. Now,
Hello, I'm Mirka. I have been working in our library for 11 years, also, like Jarmila.
But I started, but Jirka started earlier than I.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm responsible for providing support and promoting some library services for our users. For example, I make some graphic designs for social sites, print journals, flyers, posters, and so on. I enjoy it. And also I'm interested in activities around innovate libraries, process, design services, and so on. So that's the reason why I am here, for inspiration.
I have some problem with our presentation, but
Maybe rolling.
maybe rolling it will be better. Just a second. presentation is short.
So we have time.
But maybe our presentation will be long. My presentation is in 4 parts. For the first thing about Ostrava. Ostrava is the 3rd largest city of the Czech Republic.
There's some problem with your presentation, so it's better just
Rolling.
help you.
Yeah.
We'll do it like that, and then.
Ostrava has a very strategic position in our country. It's near the border with Poland and Slovakia. Now you can watch 2 minutes video about Ostrava. Thank you. Thank you. We are from the University of Ostrava. University of Ostrava was established in 1991. It has nearly 9,000 students in 6 faculties. Faculties of social studies, faculties of education, faculties of arts, faculty of fine arts, faculty of medicine, and maybe I don't know exactly. What?
Fine art.
No.
Art. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Social
because
studies.
if you go
Roll.
down,
Down.
Medicine, science, arts, fine arts, education, and social studies. It is young, fresh, modern, open-minded university with a wide variety of study fields. The most of university buildings is in the city center, but not in one campus. The university library, it is our building, is in the center too. It has 6 floors and one underground. It was established in 1999, and on January we celebrated 20 years from opening library buildings. University library consists of one library and 5 faculty study rooms. Library collection is more than 270,000 items. We have 25 databases and searching tools, EBSCO discovery system. The number of e-books will be increased next year, but now we have about 6,000 e-books. Library system is Aleph. Our library team is 23 librarians, 20 women and 3 men.
Some words about Ezon. It's a new multifunctional space which combines atmosphere of a living room, for example, with sofas, with armchairs and coffee, and with combined with classical study room. We have there some small kitchen. Students may prepare some drinks, coffees, tea, and spending free time there, and have a rest or relax. And the second part, it's classical study room when we organize some information lessons for our students, and then we have some black cube. It's a small space for serves face-to-face lectures. It's about 2 computers and about face-to-face trainings.
Yes, you just a librarian with a student.
Yeah, with 1 student.
And it's about the specific about whatever they want.
Yeah. The first the first problem which we can help with for students with citations, and the second is some retrieval services and helping searching in databases, for example. The service is called Objednej si knihovníka in Czech. It means reserve your librarian. Okay.
I am very pleased to announce that our first Library Staff Week in Ostrava will run in May 2020. Attendees will have the opportunity to share their experiences and knowledge with other participants and with Ostrava University Library colleagues. In addition, there will be library and cultural visits, as well as time for networking and socializing. We would be very grateful if you or colleagues from your libraries who will be interested in this training opportunity and visiting our library, our university, our country. More information not only about Erasmus Library Staff Week and about our library you can find in our websites. You can follow our Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for your attention, and I am very excited of this opportunity to be here.
I also.
Thank you very much. We hope to see you next year in Ostrava. So now it's time for Barbara Firla.
Hello everyone, I'm Barbara and I'm from Katowice, from Academy of Fine Arts, and I want to tell you something about our library. I am degree from cultural studies and library studies at University of Silesia in Katowice. I'm PhD in literature, and I work as head of library of Academy of Fine Arts in Katowice. And I'm here because I want to know some new solutions used in your libraries. So first of all, I would like to say you something about Katowice. Have you heard about this city? So not many of you. So Katowice is situated in the south of Poland, and in Silesia region. And it was for a long time. It was under the Prussian regime, and we have for 200 years a very heavy industry. So we have many coal mines, and we have had many coal mines and steel industry. And now Katowice is a symbol of deep transformation. For example, we have new buildings. It's Silesia Museum. It's built under the ground, like a coal mine. This is the symbol of Katowice. It's a building in the shape of UFO. It was built in 70s. We have some green places to rest, and we have many of coal mines. They are closed. And here is our heritage. For example, of Nikiszowiec, it's this town district built for mine workers. So now we have many festivals. We have many music festivals and art festivals. And now Katowice is in a network of UNESCO creative cities as a city of music. So we have many of music festivals. It's art festival, Ars Cameralis, and in Academy of Fine Arts we have 3 buildings. Academy is situated in the middle of Katowice. We have 3 buildings. So 1, 3, and our gallery in the middle of the town. So these are our buildings. So here is a library. So these are our windows. So Academy was settled in the 50s as a branch of Academy of Fine Arts in Krakow. It was a propaganda department of this academy. And in 2001 it became an academic public art school, independent public art school. And now it's one of the best of 8 public fine art school in Poland. We have note 8. It's the A. It's one of the highest grade. So academy consists of 2 faculties: faculties of art and faculty of design. We have 4 departments: graphic art department, painting department, graphic design department, and design department. So you can see some students at work. and they work also with modern brand of contemporary art fields. And it's a place where people meet to talk about art and design. We have many exhibitions and conferences. And in this environment, work library. So we have started in 2003. It's a new library. It was very little library, so it was one room, and I was the first librarian. So we need to make everything in this library. We moved to the second building in 2008, and we have more place and two librarians, and now we have a modern library with computer room and reader's room and magazines, and we have 3 librarians. So we are still very little library. It's our reading room. Our users, these are students and teachers of our academy and our universities in Silesia, and library is open for everyone. We have events, we have reading meetings with authors, we make exhibitions and workshops for children. So here is a meeting with a famous Polish writer, Dorota Masłowska. And here is a workshop for children. We have some traditional books and magazines, and we have a special kind of books, for example, photo books, art books, books with specific graphic projects or interesting book binding solutions, so it's very important for our readers. We have a special collection, posters and graphics, archival materials connected with life of artists, and some films and electronic resources. So our restore room. So we work a lot with the digital environment. We have now a library program based off open source program, Kocha. It gives us the same possibilities as a commercial program, but we can work for free in this program. So it's for a little library. We can create a digital library of posters. We have a special part of academic catalog. And we work with Polish Union catalog. And we have a virtual library of science. We have access to electronic magazines, books, and database. And we are co-founder of Silesia Digital Library and Polish Scientific Bibliography. So it's our part of our digital library with posters. Here is a description, and we can see a poster. Here is European, so not European. So our NUCAD, so it's here is a Polish Union catalog. Here is a description of the book, and you can see here that it's in our library. And virtual library of science, our Silesian digital library. Here are books made of academy and science bibliography. So Polish scientific bibliography. So these are books, information of books and articles written by our professors. We also work in academic publishing house. So almost all book-related processes take place in the library. So we also produce the books. There are very beautiful books. They are often nominated to win important awards and prizes. In competition for well-designed books, for example, here is a book, an art event, and we make a documentation of this. So our challenges, so we need to use of electronic resources with borrowing traditional books and with our computer programs and copywriting law. So it's a challenge for now, and we make our library space more friendly. So it's also important for us. So, have you got any questions? No. So thank you.
Okay, so please, Rosin González.
This starts well, sorry. Maybe it was a bit low. Yeah, thank you. I'm a bit taller than most people here, so I think we might have to. Okay, great. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Sorry. So it's that one? Yes. Okay. So hi. I'm Rosina. I'm from Lund. Doesn't work? Yeah. Okay. I come from Lund University in Sweden. This is where I work. Let's go to the next one. Okay. It's fine. This is perfect. Good. Okay, so this is where Lund is. It's in the south of Sweden, in the north of Europe. We just an hour from Copenhagen. Used to be part of Denmark a while back. It's a very old town center. It's an old city, quite compact, quite small, and it mainly consists of students, so in the summer it gets really empty. So it's about 100,000 inhabitants, 40,000 of those are students. So we claim the streets in the summer. The university was founded in 1666, competing with Uppsala University, for which one is the oldest in Sweden. Always debating that one. It's a large university with 40,000 students and over 7,000 employees. This is the Lund University Library. We also have faculty libraries that cater to the different faculties. This is the oldest part of the building. The building is was extended 3 times, so the oldest part, the beautiful part, is from 1907, and then it was added in the 30s and added in the 50s, which is not that beautiful. So the inside is a bit of a letdown sometimes when you come inside, but the front is very nice. It's also a legal deposit library, which means that we rarely buy any books. We get 1 copy of everything printed in Sweden, including pizza menus, everything, which also means we're always short of storage. So we're currently moving our newspapers from a an old storage facility outside of town into a new one, which is hopefully a little better environment, but it's growing all the time, so that's an ongoing budget discussion. The library has 96 employees, and 6 of those are situated in that window in the middle, and that's us working with user services. We have the best spot in the whole building. Our information service is divided into 2 parts, the physical one and the e-service one. So we have an information desk in a library, tended by 26 librarians from all different departments. We have a special collections reading room, which also have special librarians tending that. We have quite a large rare collection. We also have e-service, which is something that we celebrate 5 years this fall. It's our one way in, so anyone you want to reach or anything you want to ask our library, you go through the one channel in. That's also tended by librarians from all different departments. So we try to answer as many questions as we can, and then we have second line on all different departments to answer the questions that maybe we can't answer, but the chances are quite good that we actually can, since it's the width of different colleagues working together there. So my little team, we have quite a lot of hours in the information desk and in the e-service. We handle the scheduling, the staff training, the book librarian, which is a bit different for us since we have both the general public and the students. So normally the students will go to their faculty library, but sometimes someone will come that can't really fit into one category, and then they will come to us instead. We also have quite a lot of tours of the library. Just last week we had a question from a school that wanted to come and have a tour of 8-year-olds, which we refused because we thought that was a bit too young maybe to really appreciate it. We work with the library space, with the signs, to make sure we have adequate study spaces in the library. I chose to call this on a budget because we're always on a budget. Right now more than ever, because we're waiting to see if we're getting funding to redesign the interior of the entire library. So they don't want to waste any money on chairs right now. We're trying to, in cooperation with our users, do as much as we can with as little money and staff as possible. And so what I wanted to say with these pictures is that first you have to have an open mind. You have to have, most of all, maybe the leadership that has an open mind to let you try out things. The second is that it doesn't really require that much. This is our leave a comment board that we have, where people who visit us can leave a comment. We go down and check it out every day. We write comments back and see if there's something that we can do something about. It's quite popular. The third photo is of our most popular reading room. They call it the Harry Potter room. And that's to say that, well, the physical surroundings can be challenging, but they can also be an asset. So you just, try to have an open mind and see how you can use it to the best way you can, and just try to get creative. So I'm actually mostly here to just get inspired. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Rosina. So now it's time for Marinella.
all. No, it's all right. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Marinella. I originally come from Switzerland. I was born in Lugano, the Italian part of Switzerland, but I now live in Aberdeen in the northeast of Scotland. I'm here because I would like to know about other libraries and meet people that work in libraries and exchange ideas and experiences. And this is just, sorry. Oh. Okay. Right. So that's the summary of my talk. As I said, I live in Aberdeen. Aberdeen is a city of 200,000 inhabitants in the northeast of Scotland. It is also called the Granite City because most of the buildings are made of granite. And in the 1970s, oil was discovered in Aberdeen, and it became the offshore oil capital of Europe. The oil discovery brought a lot of prosperity to the city at that time. Oh, I should have put that up. So that's where Aberdeen is. It's just north of Edinburgh. I don't know if you know Scotland at all. Right, okay, my career path. After my family was grown up, I decided to go back to study, and I went to Aberdeen College, where I gained an HND, which is a higher national diploma in languages and the business environment. I then carried on for a degree at Aberdeen University, where I obtained an honours degree 2-1 in French and Hispanic Studies. I did an Erasmus year as part of my degree, half of it in Lausanne in Switzerland and the other one in Granada in Andalusia. I work for the University of Aberdeen. Which was founded in 1495. Next year we'll be celebrating the 525th year since its foundation by Bishop Elphinstone. It was voted 2019 Scottish University of the Year. It has 14,500 students from more than 120 countries, and it's got 2 main campuses, King's College in Old Aberdeen and Forester Hill. This is the main library in Old Aberdeen, which is an award-winning building. I don't work there. I work mainly, there are 3 main libraries. There's Sir Duncan Rice Library, which you've just seen. And there is the Taylor Library, which is the law library, and the medical library. The main library has a special collection center, which has over 230,000 reprinted books. And it has a small museum and a gallery in the Sir Duncan Rice Library. There is also the King's Museum and the Zoology Museum. The medical library at Forester Hill campus, which is the biggest health campus in Europe. It's where I work most of the time. I work 5 mornings at the medical library and 2 evenings at the Taylor Library in Old Aberdeen. Oh, so, any questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marinella. Now, please beat Kastner.
Okay. This one. And back. Yeah. Hello, my name is Beate. I come from Germany at the University of Stuttgart of the library. Please. Yes. Oh. Once again. Okay. So better? No. Once again, hello. My name is Beate. I'm from Germany, Stuttgart University Library. I've been working at the University Library of Stuttgart since I started my apprenticeship there, and that's now more than 20 years ago. Stuttgart is located in the southwest of Germany, and it's the capital of the state Baden-Württemberg. I am living nearly 20 kilometers away in a small city called Leonberg. Here you can see the university. First I will start to give you a few information about the University of Stuttgart. The university was founded in 1829 as a trade school by King William I of Württemberg and became a technical college in 1890. In 1957, the construction of the second campus, Stuttgart-Vaihing, started, and in 1967 we became a university. The university has around 26,000 students and 140 degree courses on 2 campuses. Maybe you have heard about these 2 quite well-known people. Gottlieb Daimler studied at the University of Stuttgart, and he was the inventor of the first motorized carriage in 1886. The architect Frei Otto constructed lightweight constructions in the 1960s. These constructions based on nature-oriented structures and are designed to emulate biological patterns. Already in the 1950s, the university developed mainframe computers and founded in 1996 a supercomputing center, which is also now a federal computing center today. It's a little bit warm now, and I'm a little bit nervous. This is now our library of the university. We have 1.64 million printed books and 1,145 printed periodicals, because maybe not periodicals, active subscriptions to journal titles. We offer access to more than 81,000 ebook titles and 700,000 e-journals. There's 1 0 too much in the presentation. We have 2 locations, like the university also. In the city branch, there are the collections for the subjects architecture, economics and social sciences and humanities. And the picture, the photograph behind this was our library in the city of Stuttgart. Here you can see a look inside of the reading room from our gallery. We have big windows with many sunshine when the sun shines. And the students come every time. Please, can you pull down the jalousies? In Vaihingen we have also a library. There you can find the topics of sciences, technologies and sports. The library in Vaihingen was opened in 1973 and is located in a natural scientific center of the university. I forgot to tell you a little thing about this building. It was built in 1961 in a clear and functional architecture design that was very typical for the post-war period. Here is also a view inside of our library in Vaihingen. You can see there's a lot of concrete and the primary color is green. The floor is green and also I don't know the English word for it, but many things are green. In the year 2018 we have around 1.2 million visits and 31,000 registered users. We offer actual 1,302 working places for our students, including 2 group rooms in each library, and also 5 carrels for individual studying. We also book trolleys and lockers to use for 1 month. And we are open for all persons, not only for students, also for persons in public. The registration is possible for every person who lives in Germany, and there's free of charge. We are open from Monday to Sunday until midnight, but we have different service hours and opening hours. Our service hours are from Monday to Saturday, and after this time, from 8 to Monday to Friday, from 8 to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 to 3 p.m. And after this time, there will be a security service. You know it in your libraries, maybe there are also security services. At the moment, we are 88 staff members in the library, in both libraries. Things I do, I am mainly in the user department and there in the circulation desk, also at the reference desk and the interlibrary loan department. I also give library introduction courses to new students. And I'm also a member of our social media team and to prepare the content for our Facebook fan page and our Instagram channel, which is actually started in this year. We are not so erfahren. We are not so proof in this. A few library projects are, for example, digitization. We have a digital collections from architectural maps and photographs and plans and architectural drawings. Also, we developed actual 3D digitization, but I cannot say you anything about it. Then we have we celebrate in 2018 the 20th anniversary of the publication server Opus, which provides open access to more than 10,000 publications of the university. And with the open access fund of the university, they support the open access publishing of their scientists. The Open Ink is also a project for engineers for open access at the university and will be developed from the university library. Then a new project, or important project for the library, is the research data management. I don't know if you heard about it. There are a few, for example, Focus is a competence center at the university where the scientists can ask what is possible for the, or what is necessary for the research data management. And Darus will be a data repository of the University of Stuttgart and will be the place to archive, share and publish the data scripts and research codes for of the members of the university. Here you can see the view from the television tower in Stuttgart over the city. You can see it's much green, very green land and yes. Of the television tower. It will be the first one in the world, built in 1956. And that's on the left side. You can see the television tower in its size. Stuttgart is geographically located in a valley basin and has many hills and vineyards. And to climb these hills, they built more than 400 steps called Steffele. So you can climb these hills on the steps. It will be very, like Madrid is also a little bit hilly.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we have more hills, I think. To celebrate the wine of the region, every year there will be a wine village. And another festival similar that the Oktoberfest in Munich. I saw it yesterday on a poster that it will be here also in Madrid. We have a similar festival, a folk festival called Cannstatter Volksfest. Very typical food in Stuttgart and the region is the Maultasche. It's this one in the middle. It's like a Swabian ravioli. It's meat and spinach with a pasta outside. And also the pretzel. This is a bun in a special form. Yeah, it smells very good. Okay, that's it. Do you have any questions? Thank you for your attention. And here you can see our library building in the night.
Okay, so please, Roberta Manente.
Hello, I'm Roberta Manente from Sapienza University of Rome. I'm the head librarian of the Union Library of Dentistry, Ophthalmology and Otorhinolaryngology. La Sapienza have 48 libraries divided into scientific areas. The total number of students in 2019 is 107,000. Sapienza is one of the most big university in Europe. I decided to participate in the Erasmus Staff Week because I want to improve myself, improve my organizational abilities, strengthen international cooperation, and the sharing of best practice. And now, a little story of my life. No, it's a joke. No, only a bit. In 1999, I graduated in literature with a thesis in aesthetics. And due to my thesis, I approached to the world of the libraries. Then I decided to specialize as a librarian. I finished my specializational studies in 2002, but already in 2001, I started practicing with a one-year training internship in Pescara County Library, is my hometown. The years 2001 to 2004 were fundamental to me because I had the opportunity to work in very different libraries, such as a museum library. And from every experience, I learned new practices and skills. Then I have allowed me to develop a greater mastery in the work. This is the building where is located my library in Rome, my dentistry ophthalmology library. From 2001 to 2005, I worked as a one-person librarian of the municipal library in a very, very small town located in the mountain in Italy. This is, for me, a wonderful experience that reached me from a human point of view, because I had the opportunity to connect with the local people and with the school and to learn the basics of library management. In 2005, I got to permanent employment agreement as assistant librarian in Gabriele D'Annunzio University in Chieti, in Abruzzo. In 2009, I moved to Rome, where I became a librarian in Sapienza University, then a large library in a big city. Through this the big concept I've learned is changing, because through this journey I realized that my guiding word was change, the ability to change, to adapt at the new and different situation that I meet over the years, has allowed to me to improve myself and opening up to the new and the unexpected things, and this has enriched me and my job. As I have already indicated, in 2009 I worked in the Unified Library of Odontology, Ophthalmology and Otorhinolaryngology. The reference users are the graduate student in medical area, the professor and the researchers. My library offers all the classical library service, loan, document delivery, interlibrary loan, information literacy. But I would talk about the new services about the research area. Sapienza implemented the open access institutional repository named IRIS for research product. The university established a working group of 15 librarians which will be responsible for developing the open access institutional repository policy. I'm one of them of this group. Every library in Sapienza have the validation service for the researcher's product input in the institutional repository. The libraries check the data if it's correct, and that is the way to facilitate the recovery of open access and for the evaluation of the university's scientific production. In addition, my library have an valuable ancient medical branch due to donations from the beginning of the 19th by some of eye specialist doctors. We have 2 manuscripts, 16th century editions, and several rare of valuable books. A large part of this ancient collection was digitized due to Google Books, a project which La Sapienza decided to join with the ancient fund of its library. The Sapienza Library University aims to ensure the conservation, development, valorization, and management of the entire bibliographic heritage, access to online resources based on the research and didactics of the university. You can find my digitalized ancient books in the catalog of the library and in Google Books. And for my city, my country, I speaking about my city where I live for 10 years, Rome. I only suggest you to remain at sunset on the Sant'Angelo's Bridge that connects the city center to San Pietro and Vatican area. At sunset, the city is colored with all possible shade of sky, and it's great to be there. I don't talk about food and wine, don't worry, but I like to refer at the friendly Italian style, I hope so. Italy is defined as the country of sense, poets and navigators. With our Spanish friends, we share a great navigator, perhaps the greatest of all time, Christopher Columbus, Cristobal Colon, who was born in Genoa, in Italy, and naturalized in Spanish, now buried in Sevilla. I think, I hope the Italy have also the good librarian. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Roberta. Now it's Sonja Mattsson. It's your time.
Hola, hello, I'm Sonia, planning officer from Tampere University Library, Finland. I'm here because I'd like to know different libraries, have international networking, and learn more about Spain and Spanish language. Finland is one of the Nordic countries, and Tampere is quite south in Finland. Tampere is Finland's second largest city area and the biggest inland city in the Nordic countries. There is 240,000 inhabitants, and in Finland 5.5 million. Tampere University is the youngest university in Europe, because the University of Tampere, Tampere University of Technology, and Tampere University of Applied Sciences form a new higher education community at the beginning of this year. The priority areas of the new Tampere higher education community are technology, health, and society. It's one of the most multidisciplinary universities in Finland. In Tampere University is more than 30,000 students and nearly 5,000 employees. And there's 7 faculties and many campuses and other locations in other cities. Tampere University Library is open academic library supporting studying, teaching, research at Tampere University, including Tampere University Hospital and Tampere University of Applied Sciences. We have about 90 employees and 3 departments: learning services, information resources, and open science services. And there is teams inside the departments. And still we operate in 3 different library systems, but at the end of this year we will be transferring to a new library system. We operate in 6 different units. And I work in open science services, and we promote open science and responsible research by providing support for open access publishing, open science training and research data management, and metrics for following the impact and visibility of research. We support publishing dissertation and other theses. The aim is to publish all dissertation and theses in Tampere University open institutional repositories. We provide support and training in using research information systems. And Tampere University Press is an open access publisher and publishes peer-reviewed scholarly books. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. So, Adeline Papageno.
Hello, so I'm Adeline, I'm from Brest in France. I came here to meet colleagues from all over Europe and to share best practice and experiences. So that's the summary. So I'm coming from Brest in France. Brest, it's at the really west of France. We are near the sea, as you can see in the pictures. And the school where I work have 2 sites in Brest and Quimper, which are 80 kilometers apart. I work at the ITES, which is not a university. It's a school for social workers. You can see some pictures of the school. So it's a small school when I compare to the university where I come from. As I said, it's a school for social workers, and we do 6 different diplomas. There are 13 different diplomas in social work in France. There are diplomas in 1, 2, or 3 years, depends on the diplomas. There are about 700 students in the school, and we have about 1,500 persons which are coming for continuing education, for short training, like 1 or 2 day weeks during 1 week or 2 weeks, or even people who come only for 1 or 2 days. So this is about the library. Here you can see a few pictures. Like the school, the library is specialized in social work. We have some paper books and books, online books also. We have magazines and online magazines also. We're a team of only 3 people, so we all do everything in the library. and we are part of some libraries networks that we can use to exchange bibliographic notes and also for formations with other people in France. This is our website. So we have some online services like online press review or TV and radio selection for all the users of the library. And students can also access to the documents through the library websites, wherever they are. So part of my job is to update the websites. And the school also has a Moodle platform, and in the library we help the students and the teacher about all the problems they can have in the platform. Thanks.
Excuse me, Eileen. You said that you manage the Moodle platform in the library?
Yes.
For all the... okay. So you yourself or...?
Yeah, part of... in the school we don't have any, how do you say in English, informatician people. So some people have to help the others.
Sorry, it's time for Rosanna Rizzo.
Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. I'm Rosanna. I'm very happy to be here, so thank you for inviting me. I come from London, and the reason why I'm delighted to be here is that because I would like to know more about how the library can support distance learners, apart from the fact to meet you all and have a great experience in Madrid. Okay, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So, although I come from London, I'm originally from Italy, and namely from Padua. Padua is a little pretty town in the northeast of Italy, known, or I hope some of you may know it, for St. Anthony Cathedral. Then we've got the biggest square in Europe, after the Red Square in Moscow. It's called Prato della Valle. And then we've got the oldest coffee shop, which is called Caffè Pedrocchi. And the University of Padua is the second oldest in Italy, founded in 1222 after Bologna. So a small town, but full of interesting things to visit, I hope. In Padua, I graduated in foreign languages and literature a while ago. Then I had my very first Erasmus experience in Cork, in Ireland, where I had an Erasmus scholarship. And back to Padua, I got an MA in teaching Italian as a foreign language. And more recently, I finished an MSc in information science at University College, London. So, career-wise, I have held a few casual jobs, ranging from an ice cream parlor in Italy. I worked as a booking agent for Vueling in Barcelona, and I did my best in a cheese and poultry stall in Borough Market in London. I then decided to switch to teaching, so I taught Italian first at the University of Greenwich near London, and just around the corner here in Madrid at the Italian Institute of Culture. It was a great experience, hence I'm back. Library-wise, I started my librarian career 10 years ago at University College London, which is UCL, I have held different positions in different departments. So I've worked as an information assistant in different institutes, including the Institute of Ophthalmology, the department that supports teaching and learning, and then UCL Special Collections, and UCL Institute of Child Health. So a different range of places, always at UCL. Currently, I'm working as information assistant at Queen Square Library, which is the library of the Institute of Neurology. It's part of UCL, and this is the picture of the hospital, which is called the Hospital for Neurology and Neuroscience. And this is the picture of the library. We are located second floor. It is a small library, sorry for the slides, but it looked slightly better. The library provides support to a wide range of users, not only members, staff from the hospital, doctors, nurses, but a wide range of students and visitors as well from all over the world that come for different reasons. I'll show you in a minute. And the main subjects are neurology and neuroscience, so it's quite specific. I just mentioned the main collection. We've got an extensive collection of neurology and neuroscience books. We've got 3,000 rare and classic books with copies dating back the 1600. And then we've got an archive of case notes. Basically, the hospital has handed over to the library a wide collection of case notes with all diagnosis and surgical notes dating back the 19th century. So as long as providing service to library users, we have a small archive of mainly case notes. And last but not least, the library is also a venue for other activities. Recently, there are interviews that take place because the library is small and it's conducive for interviews, but we've got also a series broadcasted by the BBC about shell shock. So, because a lot of the material held in the archives relates to soldiers of First World War, not only doctors and researchers come, but a few TV staff came and held interviews with researchers, and then they were broadcasted on the BBC. Then, in order to raise funds for the local charity, we've got an annual pyjama party, so we raise funds going to work in pajamas. And also we launch sometimes books related to the library or the subjects that we deal in the library, and this is the very latest book about Queen Square. And I don't have much more to tell you about my country, because I feel that I've worked and studied and lived in different countries. I think very much European. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosanna. Now it's time for Luciana Romeo.
Hello. Okay, hi, I'm Luciana. I'm from Rome, but I work in London, in Regent's University London, and I'm here to meet you and know about your experiences and learn more about library services and more in general how academic libraries operate in Europe. About Regent's University London, It was founded in 1912 as a women's college, and it became a university in. Thank you. So it became a university quite recently, in 2013. We have two campuses. One is in Regent's Park, so right within the park, and Marylebone, just like 10 minutes walk from the park. We have around 4,000 students of very different nationalities, and a minority of them from the UK, and then from Europe, and 46% from the rest of the world. So it's quite an international university. These are the academic programs that the university offer, and the biggest faculties are business management and psychotherapy and psychology. About the library, so we have the main campus library and then a smaller resource area which has a reference collection of design and fashion books. So it's just a space that students can use for studying and for reading books on site. The main campus library have a range of different spaces, so group study rooms, silent study spaces, as most of the library, I guess. And then we have a range of different resources, both print books, e-books, and databases, of course. These are a few pictures of the libraries. Services that the library offer include academic and research skills sessions. We have a small academic skill team within the library, so they do one-to-one workshops about academic skills for students. And librarians do also referencing sessions with students. We do induction sessions for new students, and they're actually starting this week and will go ahead in the following week. We have recently acquired a reading list software, so we've been busy with uploading all the reading lists of all the courses throughout the university. And then we are trying to engage lecturers to start doing that themselves, and we're doing sessions to help them learn the software. We do interlibrary loans, and then we are a member of the SCONUL scheme, which is a membership scheme which brings together most of the university in the UK, so students can get a membership card and then access almost any university in the UK. About myself, I've studied in Rome, where I'm from, actually in La Sapienza, University of Rome, so where Roberta is working. And then I moved in London in 2013, where I've done a master in international politics. And then I started working in a library around 3 years ago. And I'm working at Regent's University since more than a couple of years. I am now working towards my CLIP certification. So CLIP is the UK professional body for librarians and information professionals. I am Reader Services Librarian at Regent's, and I work as an academic liaison for the subject areas of film, media and performance, and international relations and politics. So this entails liaising with academics for very different reasons and collaborating with them, making sure that we have the resources that they need for their courses and so on. And then I'm also the first point of contact for students that have, let's say, problems with fines, overdue books, or anything relating to student records. And I also help with collection management and acquisitions in general. So that's me. Thank you very much for listening.
Marina, please.
So hello from me as well. My name is Marina. I come from Greece, but live and work in the UK. And I am an assistant librarian at Lincoln College in Oxford. Lincoln College is part of Oxford University. And I am here to meet library professionals from other European countries, network and learn good practice from colleagues in a similar field as mine. So the things I will be focusing on today are the ones you can see on screen. And the first part of my presentation will be focusing on my education and career so far. So I studied in Greece, and I hold a BA in Library Science and Information Systems, and a Master's in Management of Cultural Heritage Documents and New Technologies. And over the past 9 years, I have worked in 5 different libraries across Greece and the UK. Now in this section, I am going to talk about Lincoln College, which is the college I work for. So the bottom left picture shows the college and how it was in the 17th century, and on the top is how the front quad looks nowadays. And on your right bottom corner, you can see the dining hall. That's where we have dinner and lunch at both staff and students. So the college, as I said, is part of the University of Oxford, and it's one of the 38 colleges around Oxford. It was founded in 1427, so it's relatively old, by Richard Fleming, who was the Bishop of Lincoln, hence the name Lincoln College. And it is well known for its former fellow John Wesley, who was the founder of Methodism. Nowadays, it offers a wide range of academic subjects, and it has over 600 students. It's a pretty small college. Now, the library I work at is, I believe, one of the most beautiful libraries in Oxford, and you can see why in the next slide. So, on the right-hand side, you can see the outside of the library, and on the left-hand side is the outside of the library, and the right-hand side is the inside, and specifically the upper library. So, as some of you might have guessed, the library used to be the City Church of Oxford, and it stopped serving as a church in 1971 and opened as a library in 1975. And its modern collection consists of around 30,000 books. Again, we are a small library. And its historic collections has over 14,000 books, and they are housed in the senior library, which I am going to talk about in the next slide. So the senior library is a collection of early printed books, and it has a number of rare books and other collections. And it's particularly strong in 16th and 17th century English plays, Hebrew books, Civil War pamphlets, and of course works connected with John Wesley and Methodism. Even though I work in Oxford, I don't live in Oxford, I live in Reading. Reading is a relatively large town in the southern part of England, and it's very close to London and Oxford. Every summer it hosts one of the biggest music festivals in southern of England, and it's called Reading Festival. And some of the famous people that have lived in Reading are Jane Austen, who attended Reading Ladies' Boarding School in 1784, between 1784 and 1786, and Oscar Wilde, who was imprisoned in Reading Gaol. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. And now Simona, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Simona. I'm coming from Belgium, from the University of Liège. I am here to learn about practices in libraries, university libraries and others across Europe, and especially here in Madrid. I will present you first the university. It is an old university which celebrated 2 centuries from the inauguration of the university last year. And it is located in Liège with 4 campuses across Wallonia. And it is composed of 11 faculties. We have 23,000 students, and the university is the biggest employer of the region with 5,000 employees. Here are some historical facts about the University of Liège libraries. Digitization and digitization, I'm sorry. We are with Alma from 2015, and it was a hard work to pass to Alma. Our collection, as well electronics and papers, I put some I have a lapsus, but I leave you read the facts about our collections. And an important information about University of Liège libraries are that we are following the open access movement. We have an institutional repository which is famous about his mandatory deposit. We have platforms for the thesis and the final memoir, I don't know how to say it in English, it's a final paper of the studies. We have also an online periodicals system who puts online the periodicals that are edited at the University of Liège, and we have also a digitization platform where we can upload all kinds of documents that are digitized, from maps to photographs or a special collection of botanics or illustration and everything. Here is an image with our web page and the integrated search of Alma in the catalog. Here is the web page of our repository, and the structure of our university libraries. We are composed of 5 big libraries, and I am the scientific librarian for the geosciences section, which is part of Library of Sciences and Technologies. I work with 3 other librarians, and I am in charge of acquisition as well periodicals and books, and manage all kind of projects inside the library and also outside, because we are collaborating with the other section. The particularity of our library at the University of Liège is that in the time we had, every department has his own library in the building, and there was a regroupment of the library, so now we are much closer with each other. It changed a lot in the work, in the daily work, but it's better like this, I think, because we are closer with the other librarians and we are collaborating more. Here are the services that we are providing to our users. And here is the library. Here it is located here in a ugly concrete building from the 1960s. Here is the entrance. We didn't have the choice. We have to make with what we have. So here is the circulation desk with my colleagues working in. This is the working group room. We have also a map room, which is very important. We have atlases also. And here is the presentoir for the periodicals. I didn't say a lot about myself. I am Romanian and I am living in Belgium since 10 years. And I graduated in geography. That's why I can work in a geosciences library. And I graduated my PhD this summer in sciences. So that's all. Thank you very much. If you have any questions.
Congratulations, Simona. So the last one is Evangelia. Sorry. How does it work? How does it work? This one?
This is front and this is back. So this one.
Hello, everybody. I am Evangelia Tsola. I am from Greece also, like Marina, but I live in Greece and I work in Greece. I come from University of Athens, National and Capodistrian University. Athens is the capital of Greece. I am here because I want to meet other librarians and to face a new working environment, to present my library, of course. And I live a great experience here in Madrid, I hope. My presentations is about libraries of National and Capodistrian University of Greece and the university itself and some pictures and photo gallery of Greece, of course. Yeah, and about me, of course. Who am I? A few words about me. I studied librarianship at Information Science at the Technical University of Athens. Also, apart from this, I studied early childhood education at the University of Athens. And I have a master's degree in communication and new technologies. I work at the University of Athens since 1997. National and Capodistrian University of Athens is the largest state institution of higher education in Greece and among the biggest universities in Europe. Founded in 1837, initially named as Othonian University in honor of Greece's first King Othon. In 1932, was officially named National and Capodistrian University of Athens in honor of Ioannis Kapodistrias, the first governor of Greece. Some more informations. It has 8 large academic units, the entitled schools, and the students' body of about 125,000 undergraduate and postgraduate students, over 2,000 members of academic staff, and approximately 1,300 administrative and secretarial staff. The libraries of University of Athens, you can see our website. The University of Athens has 8 central libraries, as much as their academic units, as the Library of School of Philosophy, of School of Law, the Library of Economics and Political Sciences, of School of Theology, a Library of Health Science, of School of Sciences, the Library of Physical Education and Sports Sciences, and the Library of School of Education. Some of them, such as the Library of Science, are located in the outskirts of Athens in a large campus called Panepistimiopoli, University City, and while the rest of them, such as the Library of Economics and Political Science, are located in the city center of Athens, which makes them easily accessible for everyone. Our library, I work in the Library of Economics and Political Science, includes 4 departmental libraries: Political Science and Public Administration, Communication and Media Studies, Turkish Studies and Modern Asian Studies, and Economic Studies. This year will be added one more library, the Sociology Department, so we will be 5 departmental libraries. The library occupies 2 buildings. It located in the heart of Athens. It has 80,000 printed books, e-journals, 200 study places, 16 PC workstations for research, and free Wi-Fi connection. Opening hours are Monday to Thursday to 9 to 7:30 p.m. and Friday 9 to 4 p.m. Now I show you some pictures of Greece. On the right is a placard, the ancient area of Athens, and the right bottom is Santorini Island, and on the left is one bit of Crete Island. Here you can see some pictures of Athens. It's Acropolis, and Sunio Cape, and our soldiers with traditional costumes, we call them choliades, and one more bit from Peloponnesus. Thank you.